I'm Charles Lowther, and welcome to Askham Hall and the next instalment of our seasonal films. Each month we're exploring elements of this wonderful living estate 1,000 years in the making. Our people, our landscape, our farms and our wild spaces, and how these elements influence the food, the wine and the welcome here at the Askham Collection.
So my name is Nico. I am French from the north of the Loire Valley. I used to fish in the Loire, in the river Loire with my dad. That's where my passion for fishing came from. This river is the river Livenet, and this is owned by the Lowther. Charles owns this part with his sister Marie-Louisa. So for me this is always an honor and privilege to come here. Nobody's coming here really, so you can hear now the birds singing, you can see deer. This is very wild, and yes, this is what I like about the fishing. And the other passion is the wine, and was recommended by a famous chef Thierry Marx to come in England. This is the best country to work in the world of wine, because you're not only recommending or selling French wine, in this country you have an open mind. So that took me to work at the Waterside Inn, and that was Chef Michel Roux, who was the only 3 Michelin star chef at the time. Excellent wine list, and Chef Michel was very close to me, so I just asked him as well to pursue my desire to be in countryside. So that's where he recommended me to Cumbria in the Lake District, to another Relais Chateau, 1 Michelin star. At the time, that was the Charobé Hotel on Lake Ullswater, and that's where really I fell in love with this region. 7 years ago, the project of Askham Hall came alive, and they approached me and asked me if I would want to be part of the dream to run Askham Hall. So I put my head down to that new challenge, and absolutely loving it. Hello, good evening, Suzanne.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Hi, Nico.
You well?
Yeah.
So we are in the main cellar where we keep all our wine, and this is about 10 to 15,000 bottles at the moment. Very lucky when I started 7 years ago. We had already a good heritage of fine wine from the family cellar. So we just built on what was there already, and Lord Lonsdale, Charles' dad, was a passionate of Bordeaux, and that's why Charles himself was lucky to try all these good wines. Grand Cru Classé, Château Montrose, and this was his 1975. It's been in the cellar probably from the late 70s. I worked 3 years for Château Lynch-Bages, a very famous Grand Cru Classé, 5th growth. So we probably have a unique way of giving our offering of Bordeaux wines, because we go from vintage, from the oldest vintage to the younger vintage on the wine list. So our oldest vintage at the moment is 1893. This is a 1929 from the family cellar. Beautiful, great condition for age. One of my always favorite Château Aubryon there. So we try to show the best chateau, but as well having some wine which are maybe a bit more modest, but from our selection, where we can go with every level of demand. Right, Suzanne, Gary, this is your usual champagne to start, the champagne Joseph Perrier, Cuvée Royale. Actually, this one is the most expensive at the moment on our wine list. This is the very famous Domaine de la Romanée-Conti. And this is the Romane Conti, and in pristine condition, magnifique. And this is 1999. Well, a lucky customer can have it for £28,000. This is a very special cognac, very rare. This is the oldest bottle in this part of the cellar. It is 1850. Beautiful color. This is history in a bottle.
Oh my goodness! Nico! Nico,
You all right? What's that? Well, it looks like it's coming from France.
I think you might be right.
Should we open?
Oh, there's some very nice things. Arno Ente.
Oh, fantastic. Wow.
Let's take it all down into the cellar properly. These are very precious. Okay, so we're going to open a bottle of Burgundy now to celebrate all those fantastic Burgundies arriving. I presume Nico's shown you through the cellar, but let me take you to my secret stash. All this here is just random bottles just for us to try. So I think what we are going to open today is a producer called Sylvie Esmonin. How exciting! Get to open a bottle of Burgundy.
Cheers.
Cheers, and here's to a good week.
Yeah, let's see.
Santé.